We're a custom home builder. We build all levels of homes. We focus on building energy efficient buildings. That is what we do. We know the building science and we know what it takes to make a building energy efficient. It is feasible to build an energy efficient building at an affordable price. And all of that equates to more savings for the end user in lower energy costs.
ICF Foundation, it stands for Insulated Concrete Forms. What it is a more energy efficient way of insulating your foundation and doing it all in one step. So the typical way of doing forms and everything, you would form them up, pour the concrete, then peel the forms off, and then later you would have to insulate the inside of the foundation to meet energy code and everything. You're getting a better R value this way and just a better product all the way around. So a standard ICF block or insulated concrete form is 16 inches tall and 48 inches long. And you can see they have these nubs on both sides. Typically this is a used form that I'm demonstrating with. But you can see this will actually lock right into place. Let's see. You can see how it's all locked in. And it's like putting together a bunch of Legos when you're at home. The black things are the ties to hold the forms together, so they do multiple purposes. One, holding the forms together like we discussed. Also, it will hold the rebar that goes in there to make this structurally sound. And also, and you can see right here, they act as a flange. So every 8 inches is one of these ties. And we know that we can screw wherever it says Fox Block down the side here, we can screw our siding right to it. Behind you, you'll notice we have a pump truck. So we'll have this cool boom that comes around. These guys will be filling the inside of this core, which we have an 8-inch core full of concrete. Also, we've made this a zero clearance house. In other words, from the garage or the front step, you're gonna be able to walk right in without any kind of step or anything. It's very good for wheelchair access. It's hard to find a bad builder. I mean, most builders do good work, specifically people that are part of a building association or something like that. But where we get excited or geeky about is the building science behind it. In other words, everybody puts in granite, everybody puts in beautiful cabinets, but how's your house perform and everything? And that's what we do a little bit different. And as the process goes on, we'll see more and more of that and why.
Panels can be built with a panel walls and a panel roof. That's the best way to do it. That's the most energy efficient way. So on a structural insulated panel building like what we build, they're extremely airtight. You have to have mechanical ventilation to bring fresh air in from outside and exhaust stale air to the outdoors. By being so airtight, once you get your indoor air temperature, whether you're heating or cooling, once you get it to where you want it to be, as long as you don't open windows and doors, that temperature is going to stay there because it doesn't leak out. In a cooling aspect, you can really minimize air conditioner use. Open your windows at night, let the cool air come in, shut your windows in the morning before the day heats up, and you can be 20 degrees cooler inside than the outside without any air conditioning. What you're seeing put up are the wall panels. Wall panels are typically 6-inch panels, and the R value of a wall panel is the R24. Code requires an R21, so you're surpassing code by an R value of 3. So this panel is going to go up right here. It'll be the start of this wall. You'll see this hole in the bottom plate. These holes are for your electrical wiring. We pre-drill those, and they correspond with the holes that are in the panels, which is this blue mark. So when they put this panel up, they'll put a bead of mastic. It helps seal the panel. The mastic goes in, the panel goes up, It gets plumbed up, it gets fastened to the bottom, and then screws go through this panel into this piece of wood, pulling the panel tight. The resource efficiency is evident by the lack of lumber that we have to install in the panels. This house will be under roof from the time we started sill plates and framed the floor system to being weather tight in 7 days. That's how fast panels go. That's the labor savings of using structural insulated panels.
So what we have here are what they call jumbo panels. The panels can come in sizes from 24 feet at max in length and 8 feet wide. They vary in thickness from 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to up to 12 inches thick, the panels. So what they're doing here now is they're putting the glue on, and after that happens, they'll hook on with the forklift. They're going to lift this into place and we're going to slide it on. With the height of this panel and the leverage, it's easier just to lift it with the forklift and kind of guide it into place. You'll see how easy this and smoothly it goes here in a minute. So we just use the forklift to close up the gap at the top, and now they're nailing the seam to keep it all in place.
Panel buildings are actually stronger than stick frame buildings because they're a monolithic structure and they're in big pieces. If you have a framed building, you have all these studs every 16 or 24 inches. In a storm event or some kind of natural disaster, those studs can move. But in a panel, it's inherent, it's already there. At Tamarack Construction, we believe it's a civic duty to build an energy efficient building. If every building was built with energy efficiency in mind, the energy usage would drop substantially. We can do this. It's not hard to do. And I just feel like that's the kind of buildings I want to build.